I am not allowed to attack with any party member other than Albert until I pull off Gust of Wind Dance 3 times in a row. That's what I said last time during the broken stream, and it's what I'm saying again, and I mean it. That's the kind of tomfoolery you get with me, Randy Fluharty, who is streaming The Legend of Dragoon for the first time, the first playthrough. This is not the first time I've streamed it, but it is the first playthrough. Still, we're working our way through it. The Legend of Dragoon, of course, was released in the year 2000, at least in North America. I just went to the wrong spot. Hopefully everything's working again this time. It is a Japanese-style role-playing game. It was Sony's answer to Final Fantasy, and since there have been 20 Legend of Dragoon games since, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like the stream's a little choppy. The stream is looking real choppy. My preview. Hopefully someone verify if it's choppy on their end, because it sure as heck looks like it's freezing frames, and in which case I have no idea what's going on with my computer today. Yeah, Spartan got really disappointed when everything is just blowing the heck up in a way that I am not appreciating. Can't do Gust of Wind Dance. I really don't know what's going on with this incredibly powerful computer unable to run PlayStation 1 games. I need some verification that this is working, and then since I'm not getting it, I gotta look. You would notice this if it was bad. I still gotta look though. Well, define butt smooth. This game is not a butt smooth game. It literally is halting on my screen. It is halting for several seconds and then picking back up. So if you're not seeing that, then I don't care, I guess. If you're new to the stream, I'm not normally this grumpy, but I am in a bad mood as a result of this crap that I'm dealing with. I don't have time to, Oh, butter. Okay, well. Either way, butt smooth or butter smooth. I mean, there are smooth butts out there, as smooth as a baby's butt. One. My mood will dramatically improve if I can pull this off very quickly and get this stupid thing over with. And it's less that I'm trying to do an arbitrary challenge and more that I really want to get used to the stupid rhythm to do this move that just seems to be I'm fairly competent as a human. The fact that I can't pull this off is driving me crazy. That's where we're at there. That is true, the corrupted valley of gravity. Also known as the moon. No, alright, well, back down to 1. Is it the Valley of Corrupted Gravity, or is it the Corrupted Valley of Gravity? Valley of Corrupted Gravity would make way more sense. This is the wrong thing. This is what I've done is wrong. It's driving me nuts. The halting of the preview over there. And I was having a heck of a time with this really, really good computer. If I'm having computer issues out of nowhere, that's gonna suck. And also, the stream settings did not stick twice in a row. The first time, I'm like, okay, that was my oversight. The second time in a row, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Especially when I very intentionally tried to avoid the problem as last time, which makes me think OBS did not save the stream settings properly twice now, which makes me think there's something wrong with this version of OBS, but it's all stuff that I don't have time to deal with right now, because I'm currently streaming. I'm trying to do this move that is actually impossible. Nah, once again, I push back on that. I don't think it's that at all. There's not enough latency for that to matter. Because it's still the same latency, right? It's not like, oh, it changes every time. No, it's the same kind. If I can pull it off once, I can pull it off every time. It's just the fact that it has nothing to do with the latency, I promise you. Because it's not, because it truly is like, oh, I know I'm pressing it right, and it's not working. It's, I don't even know when I'm supposed to press it. Because that sucker just went white and I pressed it and it didn't work. And if I were to do it later, there are some that feel like, oh, I have to do it later, and there's some that I have to feel that I feel I have to do it earlier, and it doesn't, none of it makes any sense at all. I think it is a poorly designed move, or at the very least poorly programmed, or something. And I'm not the kind of guy that says, oh, I'm mispressing the buttons, therefore it's the game's fault. But I am someone that says, like, if I can't pull this off reliably, considering how many times I've tried as a competent human being, there's got to be something on their end that is not pulling its weight there. One. Soft locks when you Dragoon transform. Well, that's not good. Now the microphone's not cooperating. It's just falling over for some reason, which it wasn't doing that last time I was here. I've changed absolutely nothing. After the stream, I'm going to have to deal with my wife saying, like, if you want people to like you, you can't be grumpy. Where is this? Not actually where this can't be where I'm supposed to be, or else something would be coming up here. All right, I'm one deep, right? One. We got one. God, that choppiness is driving me crazy. If you're telling me, I mean, you would notice it. Everyone would notice it if it was going through on their end. I just don't know why it's happening on mine. It is choppy. Okay, so now someone saying it is choppy is, that's concerning. Maybe we just cancel today's stream, we try again tomorrow. Bear with me. Troubleshooting real time, I guess.
Gust of wind to dance.
Holy crap, I'm not in the mood for bots today. Someone kill that guy. Go find where he lives. Alright, so I just watched the Twitch feed for a solid 2 minutes and I didn't see this choppiness, so it looks fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's fine. But the preview on my screen, the OBS preview on my screen looks rough. That's why I'm concerned. But the Twitch feed looked fine, so we're just gonna operate under the assumption that everything is working. Keep in mind, the game is not a smooth game. The game itself is not smooth. So, going down the rock was thinking you were talking about the game choppiness. Oh, no. No, I'm talking about however many frames are leaving my computer out to the world. Is there a choppiness in that? If the game is choppy, then whatever. I don't give a crap. Like, if the game is just choppy, it's a choppy game. Yes, packet loss, frame loss, however you want to. Alright, there's 3. No more of this nonsense. It just took me getting really mad. What is your move again? Crush dance! Alright, there we go. Everyone's happy now. Half-naked, underage girl in all JRPG history, and that's saying a lot. That is a bold claim. I'm not sure I can agree with that without doing some research, because there's a lot to work with. Alright, Silver Drop here. Who's all here? Shane's here. Welcome back, Shane. Spartan's here. Sirdar's here. Silver Drop. My wife's gonna scold me. Can't wait for that. Randy, you're such a jerk. No, that was too girly of a voice to give her. It's inappropriate. No, I guess it doesn't want me to go on that rock. Tifa, I don't know what... Yeah, Mira's the best party in the game, incredibly overpowered, but she doesn't start off great. Has nothing, I will say it again, who I pick has nothing to do with their combat prowess and everything to do with their personality. And everything to do with how much I like them as characters. And it's not that, and Mira was actually on the top, in the top 3 until Rose said she forgot how to smile, in which case I'm like, oh, there's some depth to you. Back in the party you go. Yeah, but you, as you mentioned, half-naked, underage little girl that's super excited to be there is such a trope that, while better than most characters in this game, as soon as Rose brought something that I wanted to know more about, like, there we go. You're back in, baby. And I'm saying baby as in, like, I'm excited about the prospect of you being back. I'm not calling Rose baby. Rose says, what a welcome we got. Shauna says, oh, look, Shauna, we still don't like Shauna. Still, to this day. Right. I think Rose is, as soon as she said that she forgot how to smile, I'm like, I need to know more about that, which means you're in the party. And while that isn't how the party works, I want to reward her NPC-ness by being in the party with us. I know that all of them are following me, but that's how I want to do it. That's how I do it. Dart says Virage. Virage. Mira says, huh? What the heck is that? Rose says, what is worse is it has the complete form. I'll give you my complete form, if you know what I'm saying. There's the save point. Gosh darn it, we probably could have found it. Mira says, guys, I'm asking you, what is that? Dart says it might be the real cause of the distortion of the valley. Keeping in mind, I don't think the preview's hitching up anymore. I'm not sure what I did other than just minimize. I don't know what I did. I don't know what changed. Nothing. Mira says, wow, that's scary. Shauna says, Shauna? Shauna says, here it comes again. I hear the voice. Again. It's Genova calling me. Shauna says, don't go. It's too dangerous to go. Mira says, we gotta go. We're not gonna make it to the garages without going over this thingamajig. Mira says, what are you looking at? You guys don't trust me? Dart says, is there no way but to advance? That's not a rhetorical question. Maybe it is. I don't know. It didn't seem like it. Okay, now the game is hitching up. Hate this. Give me a second. What you doing, girl? How's the camera? Is it hitching while I'm moving around? Yep, hitching again. Oh, I see the problem. I'm using 5% of my CPU. I hate this. Okay. Alright, I got nothing for today. We're just gonna have to live with it, because I don't have time to mess with this well. If it's a little herky-jerky, then we're just gonna have to live. I guess not every stream is gonna be a hit, right? I mean, hey. At least I got 3 times in a row with Gust of Wind Dance. That's all that matters. And now I can't die more and more. Yeah, so when hopefully it's better now. When if the preview is hitching like crazy, which if you're telling me there's no problem, great, but then the game started hitching up for me, which is going to be a problem. So there's some kind of hardware or something going on. And I was having technical issues just prior to going live with some display stuff, which makes me think that there's some... I don't even know. I restarted right before... restarted the computer right before I went live, thinking that would resolve the issue. Did not. And it's going to consume my life until I know what the problem is. I'm getting better at it, at least. What changed? Other than, so I had... It doesn't matter. We're gonna ignore it. Ignore it. Don't need it. Who cares? This is the wrong way. Gosh darn it all. Albert is doing a lot of damage now that I'm getting farther into the gust of wind dance. So Shane, are you implying that your voices are looking out for you? Sorry for not responding to that sooner. Okay, well, if that means I fixed the game for the stream, then that's fine, but man, that preview is hitching up like crazy. It's the whole point of the preview is to say, like, hey, this is what's going out to people. Oh, finally, we can save the game, which we haven't been able to do up to this point. Oh. Well, I didn't really see the entirety of the joke. I apologize. I was dealing with jerkiness. Jerky turkeys. Yeah, the game's hitching up for me again, so... oh, yeah!
Yes!
Crash dance!
Die.
More and more, I want you to die. You didn't die enough the first time around. Try again. Hey! I'm probably confused or something? Yep.
Yes!
Well, it's tripped up me as being... I would say I'm probably under the category of most players. No, come back, Rock. Didn't land a single one, huh? Then why wouldn't you try a different one? If I was playing for 20 straight hours and never did it once, I would choose a different edition. How do I get to that chest? I kind of don't care. John says, I can't let you go. If we advance, we will have to fight again. Mira says, hey, nothing can be done without meeting the Garages, right? What about Lynn, Dart's memento, and this Lloyd that you are looking for? That's a good point. And also, that was a question. Questions need question marks. That's how it works. I didn't make the rules. No, that wouldn't have been $50 million. It would have been, the other one. Dart says, worrying won't help. Besides, it might not start to move this time. Thanks for resubscribing, Rick. John says, everyone run! Yep, let's run. Let's get out of here after we got all the way here. Let's run. It's usually the other way around, right? It starts off funny, then goes sad, and then is funny again. If it starts off sad and then goes the other way around. Here's Genova. Even sounds a little like Genova. We could probably use some juice. Sure, why not? Rub yourself, Rose. Oh, yes. I think I have her third ability. So should I use that? Is that what people want from me? Alright, let's see it. Let's see it. All enemies. And there's apparently 4 targets, so I'm glad I did that. Doesn't work on bosses. Well, we're gonna see it anyway. Oh!
Demon's Gate.
I'm surprised that got through the ESRB. But what are they even going for other than, like, the gate is the vagina? Dear, I have a new nickname for your lady bits. Alright, there's the head, the body, the arm. You always get rid of the arms first, because you know the arms are going to attack. The head's probably going to heal or something. And the body's where we do the main damage. You can tell because it's got a big growing orifice. And that's why you're gay? Yeah, I mean... Have you noticed a lot of Japanese horror deals with the concept of vagina dentata, which is vagina with teeth? It's very, like, vulva-esque stuff with teeth. There's a lot of monsters like that. And, like, go look at any Resident Evil game. Or even Parasite Eve has a lot.
Yes. Go. First dance.
Yes, the oysters with teeth, yes, so they're harmless. I mean, they're not harmless, but they're not vagina. You wouldn't put your penis in an oyster, would you? Not again.
Gust of wind, dance.
Gust of wind, dance. 189, some big D. I'm glad you had the same joke as I did, Shane. That you and I are going to be friends. No! Astral Train! Which I can only do once, apparently. Actually, I don't know. I think that last MP thing, or that last ability took a lot of MP. Man, every time we play this, Final Fantasy X comes up, and it just makes me want to play Final Fantasy X so bad. Final Fantasy X stream win? I don't know. If the crowd demands it, we can do it after this. I do owe someone a game, but we'll see. Yeah, let's how about we recover your MP so you can do an Astral Drain. You never played Final Fantasy VII. 6 is the best one. I think, I personally like 10 the best, followed by... Then I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Rose, I want you to have some MIP. There's your MIP. Ah, you can do it again. I don't know if I've ever heard someone put Final Fantasy 13 that high. Final Fantasy X was not my first one either, for the record. I played all the PS1 ones when they came out. So 7, 8, and 9. I then returned to the older ones after that, and I really liked those. So 10 came out, and I'm just like, holy moly, that sucker rocked my world. I loved it. I also like Final Fantasy 8. Alright, so that... we did that. I guess head next? I don't know.
Gust of wind, dance.
I feel like we're way over 3 in a row now. Maybe not. 7, 6, then 8. I mean, 6 is way up there. 7 is basically a more polished 6. It's very similar.
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
Crash dance! Alright, well that's not yellow. If I'm gonna do another round of attacks on his head, and if it does not go to yellow, I'm going to switch to body, maybe?
More and more.
So it makes me think that the head is where all the damage is coming from. Or where I need to be hitting him, or something.
Gust of wind, dance.
Killing it. A cover of what? I missed it. Oh, the metal song in the beginning?
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
Is Otherworld the metal song? I'm just gonna assume. That's a good point, Angus. I do end up losing it near the end.
Die. More and more.
My friend really wanted me to believe that that song was Rammstein, and it was not. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Doesn't even sound like him, actually.
Gust of wind, dance.
Oh, really? Okay. I guess I owe my friend an apology then if you heard that rumor somewhere.
More and more.
I never once thought. I don't know.
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
Wait, Titus is 17? That can't be true. That's also a very Japanese thing. What is this guy doing here? He's hurting me? Knocking people over? What's going on here? It apparently escalated when I wasn't paying attention. This is why you don't want the hands. Not sure what's going on with Albert, but we should probably rectify it. Can someone tell me what that is? Resolves what? Confused. Confused. Yeah, we don't want Albert confused, so here you go. Yeah, like Japanese people, it's funny because these characters are usually extremely accomplished. Oh, I have saved the world 100 times over. I'm the CEO of this thing. Like I'm a captain of a ship. I have journeyed far and wide. I am 19 and a half years of age.
Gust of wind, dance.
Gust of wind, dance. See, this sucks. Because even all the characters in Final Fantasy VII, they're like 21. they're very young.
Die. More
And Sid, who's supposed to be the old... I don't know if someone mentioned that. I thought I saw Sid over there at some point. Sid's supposed to be the old grizzled veteran. He's like, I'm 33. Had a disease that killed him. I didn't know that. That sounds like... Isn't that Expedition 33? Concept of it?
Go! Crash dance!
Sort of. Crash dance, by the way.
Gust of wind dance.
Gust of wind dance. I don't know if I've failed a gust of wind dance this entire fight.
Die. More and
I
more.
wasn't going out either. I was doing nerdy stuff as well.
Yes! Go! Crash dance!
I was writing wrestling character role plays. Wrestling fan fiction, essentially. Stupid hands. All right, Rose. Time for some astral drain. It was not. It was not a good use for our time and has done nothing for us. Who's ready for some astral drain?
Astral drain.
I don't really want to ever use that that third ability for practical use, but I do want to see it again. Don't ask me why. Astral Drain's a good move. I kind of don't want to waste Albert's main attack on that hand that's going to die, so...
Gust of wind
Gust of
dance.
Wind dance! Oh, the hands are back. Shouldn't have done it. Wait, she teleported back. She had 3 turns. Does that mean he's dead? Can't be what that means. Never mind. Okay. You would probably judge me outwardly if I told you why. For research. It's true, he can't die. Shauna, no! He can't die limbless, that would be weird. It's not how people die. There are amputees out there that right before they die, it just goes, and it comes right back out. And then they die. I hate Shauna. He hit a rock on the way down. That's funny. What on earth are you? To Virage. I don't know. I don't know anything. It's true. Not even how to cook. There is no more Virage. Look at me. Da art. Da art. It's okay now. You can't put a hyphen between dart as if there are multiple syllables in the word dart. Gling-a-ling-a-ling. Gling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Glung-gling-gling-gling. Gling! Gling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Thank God Shauna didn't level up. That's all I care about. Good question, Angus. I don't know. Rose whispers, I think, the power that can awake the sleep of 11,000 years. Is that Rancor against us? The Rancor against Dragoons awakening the Virage? I don't know what Rancor means. Can someone just tell me so I don't have to look it up? Rose says, or is that something to do with Shauna? That says Shauna. I thought the brackets were with internal monologue. The parentheses is... No? Am I wrong? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Mira says, thanks to my guiding you, it was totally thrilling, wasn't it? Now we can go straight to the garage gang. We can go rescue Lynn. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember who Lynn is. Oh, yes I do. Never mind. Shauna says, after you came back, Dart, a lot of things started to happen. But we have to overcome everything, and we will continue. We will find pots and pans. We will find stoves. We will not leave once we do. Shauna says, because I am not alone now, everybody is with me, and I have you, Dart. You make me strong. Shauna needs to read the freaking room. Shauna says, I can do it. I can leave anytime. Wait, is that what you said? Okay, whatever. Why does everyone need a pep talk? We won. You did fail 11th grade as a degree despite the judge, the jury. Yeah, all right. 2 syllables, that makes sense. So let's discuss the irrational Shauna hate. It's not irrational, she sucks. Albert says, we were saved by Shauna. Albert says, but it seems that this is not that simple for her. Albert says, the existence of Dragoons and the existence of Virages should have ended 11,000 years ago. I want someone, up to this point, mind you, don't tell me what happens later, up to this point, name one redeemable trait of Shauna. Not combat, which arguably is still not great, but as a character. Other than she desperately wants Dart and has no use whatsoever, what is her character? Albert says, but they were brought to life around us. Albert says, I think we have to go forward to find out more about this. If you like the part where she's just goo-gooing after Dart, and that's her one definable trait, listen, that's fine. And again, my wife is really gonna rip into me after this stream. It's just not my thing. I just don't find her interesting. Rose says, there must be something wrong with Shauna, and she must definitely see it. Probably. Rose says, everybody knows that. I don't like Hazel either. If I wasn't, extending the joke. Jeremiah is here and subscribed, and I did not realize it. Thank you, Jeremiah, for that, if you are here. You normally like to talk, so I'm calling you out. Thank you for that. I think I might like Hazel less. It's funnier for me to joke about Shauna, though. Hazel says, Shauna has changed. She has obtained more strength. Dart says, I agree. Hazel says, I don't know what is happening to Shauna, but she is trying to solve that alone. Hazel says, she has become a woman. Dart says, I guess so. Hazel says, it's not the time to talk about this, but... Hazel says, it's time for you to change. Dart says, me? Hazel says, it's too hard on Shauna. If you continue to treat her like a mere baby sister forever. Hazel says, doesn't matter. Your Dragoon spirit is waiting. We have to think about going. Let's go. Dart says, let's go, everybody. The garages will be just ahead. I also agree Dart is a boring character. But Shauna is actively annoying, is kind of the thing. I think Haechel's, like I said, I think if I wasn't joking about hating Shauna that much, I would say Haechel is worse because he's kind of a creeper. And he's actively offensive to me. Shauna's just annoying. Weirdly needy and all this stuff that I don't necessarily appreciate. Which again, people seem to have affection for Shauna. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I like in my characters. Home of Haganto. We gotta fight Haganto again? And here we are, the home of Haganto. Ah! What in the world? Hey now! Let's cha-cha-cha! Guys, we're just here to talk. And kill you. Yeah, thank God for the 20G. The next time I get a chest full of no amount of money, I'm going to be really upset. What is that? That is nothing. How much money do I have? I've got darn near 5,000. 20 is nothing. Bandit's Ring. What does that do? She did save Albert by shooting Bruegel with a cutscene arrow. Those are my favorite type of arrows, too. Did have a lot more chemistry with Lavitz. That's why I was disappointed when Lavitz died. So I'm like, okay, well, I like Albert better than Lavitz, though. So that's fine. In the grand scheme of things, that is fine. What does Bandit Ring do? Increases agility by 20 points. That sounds pretty cool. But I don't think. Oh! It actually hit me. Oh yeah, Band of Brothers. I like to see it more of Brokeback Mountain. That's kind of what I was getting, but that's fine. Yeah, I was considering putting it on Albert, but the problem with that is that I would then have a harder time pulling off Gust of Wind Dance. I could try it. That was bad. Can they steal? Uh-oh.
Gust of wind dance.
No, but he's got the thing that increases the timing window on right now. If I take that, if I put the Bandit Ring on, I have to take that off. I mean, I can try it. Ah! Let's give it a shot. Also, that's quite a bump there. Yeah, I kind of intuited that by the fact that the other characters get 2 turns before he gets 1. I kind of figured that, but I also have a hard time with Gust of Wind Dance, so this makes me pull it off less than... I really wish I wasn't getting hit by arrows. That would be preferable to getting hit by arrows. Gimme. I want it. What is it? There's a small switch. Yeah, let's push it. I did it. Everyone's super excited that I hit that switch. Just hit the mic arm with my headphones. Is this where I came from? Okay. Let's see here. I just did Aces High by accident.
Die.
More and more, little piggy. Alright, let's see if I can pull it off. Yep. Okie dokie.
Yes.
Ooh, apparently I messed it up. Hey. Piggy.
Die.
I called it a little piggy before I knew he was a piggy. I am a gust of wind dance machine. Take that, gust of wind dance. Is that the price that I get for getting used to that move? Is that I have technical issues all day? That I'm going to have to deal with at some point? How many more do I need? I don't know. Two. I genuinely thought I would be using Gust of Wind Dance until the end of the game because I couldn't pull it off. And I have pretty much had a rough start, but I've been pulling it off like crazy now. After I complained that it was the game's fault. I sense the enemy's presence. It says, I assume dart? Oh, okay. I got my sword out now. Let's... Didn't mean to open the menu. How you guys? How you? Garage Gang B says, and he also says, I don't know what you want, and how did you manage to get all the way here? Garage Gang D says, and he also says, we should play with them a little. Garage Gang C says, yo men, don't kill him. That's what our boss said, but Garage Gang A says, why don't we stop them till they hate being alive? Ha ha ha. Shoot him. Oh, okay. Close the door. Garage Gang A says, you thought it would be that easy, huh? But before that, he said, they're just, I'm not gonna shoot him. Alright, yep. Shoot him. Gangster B says, hee. Where are you going? Oh, is this where I just get killed with arrows? Why don't you fight something, man? Garage King A says, darn those nimble rats. Garage King B says, yo, brother, take care of them, will ya? Auga! Gangster A says, yeah, I got him. Gangster A says, it's been a while. I'm aching to get him. I bet you are. Dart says, let us meet with your boss. We have to talk. Gangster A says, there will be no talking. You've already ruined our territory. How? How did we ruin your territory? Asa says, that pose, it must be from the Rouge school. Rouge. Gangster A says, what? How do you know about that? Asa says, that's my question. How did you find out about the Rouge school? Gangster A says, humph, who cares? If you really want to learn about it, tussle with me. Let me go potty real quick. Hang on one second. Let's finish this cutscene now. Alright, cutscene finished. Let's go potty. Be right back once I see what is happening. Alright, be right back. Must be like what being in your 30s is. Just constant pain. I'm sure it gets better from here. Oh boy, Shane said something. Garbage stat growth. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the guy that tries to play optimally. I just play the way I want to play, and if the game doesn't accommodate that, in my opinion, that's a flaw of the game. But I don't think there's going to be an issue. I'm sure if I stick with Rose, even if she sucks at endgame, like, whatever, we'll be fine. Let's guard, she's hurt. Actually, Astral Drain wouldn't be so bad right about now. Let's see, Dart, Crafty Thief.
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
Yeah, I like to know about what the optimal stuff is, so I'm glad you're letting me know. I appreciated it when I was playing Fallout and people were talking about... Yes, crap, I knew it. I was talking too much during that. Darn it all. I had like 12 in a row. Oh, well, I straight up asked someone if that made the timing window bigger, and someone said yes. I don't remember who said it. It's fine. Mistakes are made. Well, it was placebo. It made me think that the timing window was bigger. Also, that's a huge difference in speed. So you got to attack twice before Dart. Alright. You are like the fourth person that's brought up Yu-Gi-Oh! In the stream. Do I need to learn more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is this something? Now that Digimon is kind of behind us for now, is Yu-Gi-Oh! The next logical step? Yeah, let's use some Astral Drain, why not? Even though it takes forever. Hold on, I'm a little bit low. That's better. Not sure that helps my life at all, but it makes it so there's less space above my head. Astral Drain.
Astral Drain.
Card games with NPCs. All right. There was a while there where card games had a stigma attached to them, right? Where like, oh my god, it's a trading card game. I hate this, but I don't know. Card games are fun. If you think about it, every game could be depicted using cards. These commands that I'm using, they could just be on cards, but they're not. You know, I don't know. Cards are just an easy way to wrap your head around an action. Oh, the Magic the Gathering rules. That's so good. Shauna, get out of here. You're fired. Stealing from the company. Run, says somebody. Yeek! I love how Heishel was involved in that fight somehow. Heishel says, the Rouge school of martial arts is a tradition found only in my village. All the people who use the Rouge style from outside of my village must have a connection there. Heishel says, do you know a woman fighter called Claire? No, but I know a bridge called Claire for some reason. Gangster says, I don't know any such woman. I learned it from my boss, Garich. Heishel says, Garich. Gangster says, my boss used to study it seriously, but he was kicked out 20 years ago. Gangster says, then he became a bandit. Hishel says, kicked out. Hishel says, now I know. That Garich. He must be the man who once was my disciple. Well, that kind of came out of nowhere. Dart says, he is over there, right? Hishel says, yeah, but you cannot defeat my boss. My boss is 10 times as strong as me. Well, you were pretty much nothing, so... Hishel says, it's my first that decides if I can defeat him or not. My fist, not my first, but also my first does. My first romantic encounter. Which, weirdly enough, also involved my fist. Hishel says, we're on our way. Dart says, what are you doing? Hishel says, I'll show you what the real Rouge School is like. As opposed to the fake one. Fake school. Hishel says, yeah! He is pooping. He's really struggling. He's going to get some hemorrhoids after that one. Oh, that's funny. Mr. Slambert. You did, unfortunately. That was a while ago at this point. Sorry, Pyromantic. But good to have you back. I missed you. Hishel says, shall we? He was either going to digivolve or die. Those are one of two options. It's the only two. Or poop. Also, Albert says, it seems obvious there are bandits hiding. Dart says, let's start looking here. I so desperately want to get into D&D, and it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened for me. I'm worried I'm going to go through my whole life without it. Shauna says, what's wrong? Hishel says, I think I did too much. My back hurts. Mikhail's here. What is up? That's a good question. I'm glad everyone's coming out after the grumpiness and technical issues are resolved. So Hishel says, don't worry, I'll be alright if I rest a little. I'm surprised Shauna doesn't need rest. She has done nothing. Mira says, men, you should have thought about your age. Well, I mean, he got us through. Like, give him some credit. Mira says, go ahead, I'll take care of him. By killing him? What does that mean? Hishel says, you will? I think I can wait here by myself. Yeah, I would want a DM if I was going to get involved with it, but I don't know, I probably shouldn't start as a DM. Mira says, no way, we don't know when they will come back. I may have already read that. Yeah, I live in a very small rural town as well, so not a lot of opportunities to do that. Although there are more than zero. There are tabletop stores a decent driving distance away, but not impossible. Dart says, we gotta leave them then. Dart says, we'll be back if something happens. But I don't want to just start my first D&D game with strangers. I'd rather do it with friends. Mira says, if they come back, I'll destroy them. Mira says, good, be good, Hishel. Alright, let's get a community Discord campaign going. Everyone join the Discord, tinyurl.com/randy-discord, or if you prefer, tinyurl.com//randy-discord. Let's get a DM, let's get a campaign, a D&D campaign going. There it is. Hishel says, sorry about that. It's hard to do anything nonstop for an entire day as an adult. It sucks. As far as I'm concerned, if the DM can't handle you trying to seduce the final boss, he's a bad DM. And I think Rick would agree. The DM has to be the designer that accounts for that sort of thing. Bart says, I guess there are only rock fireflies here. Okay, well that should heal me. Miru! He says, what happened? Miru says, ouch, something bumped into me and... Yeah, that's what happened. Mira says, oh boy, where's Hazel? Mira says, did he go by himself? Yep, those who I want, yep. I would love to DM so bad. There was a thing that I was gonna ask the Discord a while back. I decided against it, because it would ask people to be introspective and possibly self-criticizing, which I don't want people to do. But I was gonna say, like, oh, if you were a D&D character, what would your stats be? And I would say, like, for me, but then there's like the humble bragging part about it too. So I don't want to. I really decided against it for a good reason. But I did consider it.
Yes.
That was bad. Miss. Oh, I got to put the Warlord's Gauntlet back on or whatever. Yeah, Shane, when you're perfect, it's really tough, because that's the thing about D&D. It doesn't account for the real-life people that have just rolled all 20s their whole lives. Papa Az is here. Is that who you'd be, Papa? Is that who you'd be as a person? I'm asking because, like, what would my stats be if I was a real... If my... Darn it all. If my stats, if Randy Fluharty's stats were analyzed, what would they come out as? That's what I was considering while I was walking one day. I am not an athletic human being, so anything involved with those stats, low. But I am fairly charismatic, I think, and reasonably intelligent, so I think those would be the two that were bumped high. What does that make me, a bard? But I don't have any musician skills, so what would that make me? Bard that plays the triangle, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Cleric, though, has to be religious in some way, and I am just so very not. Is there is there an atheist cleric? You're gay, Link! Bard, sorcerer, warlock, but anything can have high charisma. Bard makes the most sense for me, I think. I would learn an instrument to be a bard if I had to. Like, I'm the Chris Pine from that movie that came out a couple years ago. Oh, that's good stuff, Pyro. That's good stuff. Oh, man, that's good stuff. Alright, well, I know my character now. Mappy says, hee hee hee! I cannot stop laughing, boss. They came all the way here. I guess the pebble is... I guess that pebble I took was super important. Garrett says, there are too many people who don't care about their lives. The snot-nose from Denau, too. Mappy says, let's just kill that kid. I don't care that he's the son of the mayor. I got that woman with us now. Mappy says, now is a good chance, because the woman is in control of the palace. It'll be a piece of cake to take over this country. Garrett says, my fist... I almost said first again. I don't know why I can't read that word. My fist doesn't desire that kind of thing. I just want to live free. If she wants the power, I'll give it to her. Mappy says, boss, you're going to be taken advantage of being a wimp like that. I'm not joking about D&D, at least talking about it, if not getting something going. Everyone should join the Discord. Let's do it. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I was a bot. I saw someone new, and there's another bot. Gosh darn it with the bots today. Facial says, Garrett, you haven't changed a bit. Mappy says, who are you? He says, shut up and your green tank top, you small fry. Mappy says, what did you say? Mappy says, boss, is something wrong? Garrett says, Master, not for Baldur's Gate 3. The answer to that for me is no, just because I played through that already. So I know a lot of people, I happen to know at least one person that is very content on just playing that over and over again, but that's not my thing. I had my story with that game. Mappy says, Master of the Rouge School? He says, head of the bandits? How low have you fallen? I was right to kick you out. Garrett says, yes, you were right. Thanks to you, I obtained freedom. I am not the person you remember. Keisha says, martial arts is your heart. When you hit, your fist aches and your heart aches. Except, it seems your heart has forgotten the ache. Garrett says, eh? Mappy says, shut up. I'll shut you up. Yeah, in Final Fantasy X, I haven't played it probably a decade and a half or more. It's been a long time, so that would be me revisiting it, which would be interesting. Baldur's Gate 3 we just played through a couple years ago. Garrett says, have I kept you waiting? Kept you waiting, huh? Miro says, it's not fair leaving me like that. Keisha says, you. No! Gosh, darn it all. Alright, well, Albert does the most damage, so I guess him. I wish you would have put Hazel in my party long before this so I could prepare for this, but that sucks. Garrett says, then why don't you remind me of your so-called aching heart? Your achy breaky heart. I just don't think you understand. Oh, sorry, this means I'm part of a gang. So, deport me. Alright, let's do this. Probably Mappy first.
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
I'm not offended by Hazel's combat prowess. I'm not even offended that he's in my party. I'm offended that they're putting him in my party directly before a boss fight, so he's got weak equipment. That was a lot of damage. Yeah, alright, let's just do it then. Oh, right. Wait, what?
Take that, flurry of sticks.
Flurry of stick. That says, that's not, wait, hold on. That said fairy of sticks. That's not what he said out loud. Is that what he said out loud? It sounded like fury of sticks. Fairy of sticks makes sense, although maybe not for an attack. Flurry of sticks. That's what he said. Yeah, something like that. That's... Flurry of sticks makes no sense. Berry of sticks, on the other hand, actually makes sense, and I'm impressed by the translation there.
Rose Thorn.
Although, again, I don't necessarily think I would name an attack Fairy of Sticks. That's weird. Rose Storm. Witness my breasts. Yeah, that's because Lavitz isn't as cool as Albert, but I feel bad for Dart because he really, really loved Lavitz.
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
Aw, that's adorable. That's really cool. Well done, game. That's not bad. Also, he takes so long to do it, it makes me think that I messed it up. Hey, man. Ugh. Nice axe kick. That was good. Can I actually see what they're... Some blue... Can someone remind me if either one of those are weak to wind? I don't remember what blue is. Water... I don't remember. Dark blue is darkness, brown is earth. Earth is probably weak to wind, right? Yeah, alright, let's do it. Magic stat is terrible. Okay, well, we'll see. But that means his physical attack will probably... Will his physical attack count as wind? Oh, that was good damage. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to do that again. Never mind. Fire, water, light, dark, earth, wind, earth. Earth, wind, and fire. Once again, I think I messed it up every single time.
Flurry of sticks.
Doesn't count as win unless you use a special command. Okay. Well, alright. Well, it's good to know. I'm glad I did that then, because it did some good damage.
Yes. Go.
Cross dance!
Cross dance.
Oh, the special... Okay, I got you.
Gust of wind to dance.
So much damage, my god! Damn, damn. Oh, yeah, Dart is kind of a loser right now. So is Hazel. Wait, no. Wait, hold on. Wait. Where's Mappy? Did I kill Mappy? He just kind of unceremoniously died, apparently. Did I miss something?
Take that. Flurry of sticks.
You just went into hiding? Okay. Oh, that's bad. Alright, well, I was about due to for messing that up, so that's fine.
Go.
Brush dance! Dear, if you're watching, I want to leave in time to go get some protein bars at the gas station, so you're going to have to stop me whenever that is... Whenever we have enough time for you to not freak out. Oh, I messed it up, finally! Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone. It's all falling apart, guys. It's the end of the stream. Oh, he's back! So I just can't see him, huh?
Yes. Go.
Pattern holds true. Well, we'll see. Let's see if I can get it back. I really don't want to get it back. I kind of want... I mean, I want to get it back in the sense that I want to do it successfully again. Oh, so he's a transphobe. Sorry. Keep in mind, no judgment if you like Harry Potter. I still like Harry Potter. Can't combat. Well, that's not good. Especially when he's dead. That's a good reason he can't combat. Just straight up can't, period. He's just out. He's just out of the fight. Great. Guy that does the most damage out of the fight. Perfect.
Yes.
I have a lot of criticism. Even before the transphobia, I have a lot of criticisms for Harry Potter. At the same time, I still think they're really fun. And
Flurry of sticks.
I liked it. And still do. So, no judgment for people that still consume Harry Potter. And that's true of anything. I really will never judge you for consuming things that was its creation of which involved someone problematic. I will not judge anyone for that. That's a lot of damage. Annoying. I've never seen his Dragoon. Or have I? I don't think I have. Return to Lohan. That was ages ago. But if you're saying it's missable, I will look. Thunder Stir versus 50% 50. Alright, let's see what it does. Worse off if you miss it. Okay.
Atomic Mine!
You know, there's some really interesting and cool animations in here, and then there's sometimes just like, what if we just drop lightning on a guy? No, that's not what... That's not... No. Angus, I mean, I guess if you agree with her stance, then that's fine, but... No. That's not how I read it. Unless she just come out and apologize or something, but I don't think that happened.
Yes! Go! First dance!
Alright, we're hurting. This guy's hurting us.
Yes!
I knew I messed it up. Oh, what's his health at? Man, it's still too high. So, I guess... Man, I really wish Albert wasn't permanently killed forever. He's now in the afterlife with Lavitz. Alright, back in it.
Yes! Go! First dance!
There's 2 sandwiches there. 45 sandwiches comes later. Darn it all!
Yes! Go! First dance!
First dance!
Take that! Flurry of sticks! Yes! Go! First dance!
This is incredibly boring. There's not a lot going on other than he does a lot of damage. I suck at that now. Good thing I'll never use this character. The black!
Flurry of sticks!
I want him to finish it because storyline-wise that would make the most sense, but...
Yes! Go! First dance!
Alright. Oh, he did it!
Take that!
Right in the Gonads. I was trying to come up with any other word other than gonads, but my brain held firm. It wanted to say gonads. Sometimes it's really hard to pivot at the last second. I'll smash you. And he didn't. He didn't smash. Albert, who's somehow alive now. Please run, Master. It's hopeless. Oh, man. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. That looks so good. I love these little cutscenes that they do. It's so cool. Kongol, who's a lot older than I thought he was, based on his appearance. Although it's a Japanese game, so he's probably like 29. Sorry, Albert, no experience for you. Through no fault of your own. Summon 4 gods, new edition. I won't summon any gods. Man, everybody leveled up except Albert. Albert's missing out. Hashel says, Garrett, now I seem to be helping you remember the ache in your heart with my fist. Or my first, depending on how I read it. Dart says, will he make it? Hashel says, barely, at least for now. But if the Higanto over there hadn't saved us, he would be completely dead by now. And all of us, too. Sirdar mentioned what? That he's 37? Dart says, Kongol, why are you here? And why did you save us? Rose says, it's a strange way to get revenge on us. What's going on in your mind? High agility character. No, I mean, it paid off. You still lost to him, huh? After all that? I definitely wouldn't have bet on the snail in that one, but you're telling me I would have lost my money, huh? Kongol says, you enemy no more. Kongol says, here, holy place of Higantos. Me, survivor. Shana says, what about the other Higantos? Kongol says, human killed us. They stole Higantos' treasure. I'm giving him some kind of Hispanic accent, which I need to be careful with. But it's because I keep saying Higantos. And I think it's supposed to be Gigantos. Kongol says, human thinks other species can die. Human, selfish creature. Albert says, that was the reason why you joined the humans' war? Kongol says, it's for Emperor Dole. Kongol says, me still small and ran. He saved Kongol. He fought against bad people. Kongol comes with you. So Kongol is here. Spoilers! Wait, spoilers. This is the game saying it. Kongol says, Emperor Dole say he make world where every species equal. World needs strong leader. Kongol says, whether you can be leader, Kongol will watch to the end. Gigantos. Sadness should not be repeated. Rose says, there is no such world where equal exists. What we have is killing and being killed. Rose is still cool. That's it. Dart says, wait. I have my own objectives. I am just continuing my journey towards them. I don't think I make a good leader. Oh, it is Cinco de Mayo. Whoops. Spartan's got 2 things to talk about. Stardusts, Cinco de Mayo. That's what brings Spartan out. Kongol says, you defeat Emperor Dole. Strong, strong power. Stronger than Emperor Dole. Kongol wants to see where the power goes. 5 to 7 times. Oh, that's funny. Miro says, sounds good, doesn't it? Because more people make us feel more secure. Besides, I understand how he feels to be attracted to you, Dart. There must be something wherever you go. I still don't know what it is, but I want to be with you and do something. Don't you guys feel that way? Yes, I'm very attracted to Kongol. It says, okay. It says, we are friends now. Kongol says, friend? Kongol says, it sounds good. Miro says, we did it. Rose says, you have forgotten the most important thing. Miro says, come on, we gotta find Lynn. Sean says, that the Dragoon spirit, too. Rose says, what are you looking for? May be put... Blah, blah, blah. Kongol says, what you are looking for may be down there. You push the thing up there. I can't tell if Spartan is joking because I called him out on the Stardust thing. Or if there's actually a Stardust there. Dart says, is this it? Woohoo! Garrett says, It says, Garrett, you have come around. Garrett says, I'm glad to receive your fist, master. Hashel says, shut up. Talking makes you die. I think that's very funny that Spartan didn't say a word up until there was a Stardust, and I made that joke that I did. Garrett says, I gotta tell you, this or I'll die as a real fool. Die as a fool. More and more. Garrett says, it's about the Princess Emily in the castle. She's a fake. That woman was switched. Ugh. Garrett says, don't say anything except this very important information. Please keep talking. Garrett says, ugh, the real one is hidden in the castle. Well, that's good. At least she's not far away. Garrett says, I'll catch up to you later. I have to entomb them. I have to entomb them is such a cool sentence that they did not mean to do because no human being would have said that. But that is so cool. Boy. I have to entomb them. That is just rad as heck. He should not have said it that way, though. Yep, can't wait to check that right candlestick after Hashel entombs him. Kongol says, me wait here. Bandits may come again. Right candlestick. The other right? No, under the torch. Ging-a-ling-ging-ging-ging-ging. You don't have to move the camera up for this. Hazel's not back yet. You hurry, go look your important thing. Okay, so I guess... Okay. Do I have a party? No, what are you doing here? Get out of here. So did I get ripped off because... Oh, no, wait. Oh, it just leveled up again. Okay. Still don't have Edition 5, so we're still stuck with Gust of Wind Dance for now. Gust of Wind Dance. Did you ever get the 2 at Danao Friday? I doubt it. Oh, maybe I did. No, there was 2 in the castle that we didn't have access to other parts of the castle, and they said that they were locked away. We didn't get those yet. Each of Albert's editions 80 times. Okay. Good to know. Well, that doesn't seem impossible, though, because I'm already halfway through Gust of Wind Dance. So if I... Yeah, that doesn't seem impossible. Lynn says, Miru, are you here to rescue me? Miru says, of course. Kate's totally worried about you. Miru says, oh no. Miru says, I'm letting you out now. Is she barefoot? Albert says, this opens it. No, wait, that just turns on the fireplace. Yeah, I don't want it right here. I'll eat it when I'm done. Thank you, though. Do you want to make an appearance? Thank you, though. My wife wanted me to eat on camera. What is she, sick? Albert says, if your brawn doesn't work, you should use your brain. Don't spit in my food now. Lynn says, Miro, thanks. Lynn says, do you know these people? Miro says, these are my pals. We were traveling together for a variety of reasons. Lynn says, you came all the way to such a dangerous place? What great people. Ultimate Edition has a 600% damage multiplier, which is insane. Lynn says, thank you. Yes, it was very sweet of her. Lynn says, people's courage hasn't dried up yet. Darth says, you showed it yourself. Miro says, but why did you come alone? I had lots of things to say to the gang, too. Lynn says, I wanted to solve this by myself. Besides, I thought I might be able to talk to Garrett if he hadn't changed. Lynn says, but something had changed. Probably the person who joined him half a year ago changed Garrett. Albert says, and that person is now assuming the form of Princess Emily. We need to go back to the castle quickly. Rose says, that's after we find the stolen Dragoon spirit. Lynn says, any stolen goods should be around here. They were throwing all the stolen items in here. Rose says, now let's split up and look for it. Probably in the toilet. Is it probably this thing? Found it. Oh no, wait, sorry, this was just someone's contact lens. What's going on? Is it scratched? Dar says, now let's go back to Fletz and see Princess Lisa and tell her everything. It's just happy to... Is that what it was? It's like... Congo says, did you find thing? Facial seems... It seems you found both Lynn and the Dragoon spirit. Congo, my boy. I kind of want to try out Congo. Why not? We've got a really slow damaging party. Just try him out. I'm probably not going to stick with him, but we'll try him out. Alright, so someone said to go back to, I apologize who said it. I think it was, I want to say Shane said it, to go back to... Yeah, Lohan. Lindsay. We gotta go find Lindsay with all her with all her freckles and... the movies she was in. He probably is bad, based on how slow he allegedly is, but I do want to try him out. Let's see what he does. I literally just mean like attack once and then there goes Albert. Bishop Peggy. He's got a lot of health though, dang.
Yes. Go. Crash dance.
Oh well, I guess we're not going to find out what Kongol does. Oh, he's up now. Okay, here we go. Pursuit! Kongol, he wasn't running. There was no pursuit. Darn Piggy. Oh, we're up. Pursuit! Harpoon! Turtle suit! Yeah, I guess. Does that, if I really find that upsetting that you have to switch back disc 1.
Yes. Go.
Fortunately, all the discs are sitting nearby, so... Oh yeah, okay, good. That's what I like to hear.
Pursuit!
Can we kill this guy so I don't have to heal? Please?
Yes. Go. Crack dance.
So is that true of every town? Because it should be. That the town... All of the towns should be on each disc. So you don't have to go back. That would be crazy. Or you don't have to swap discs, I mean. There's that Discord link, by the way. Join it. tinyurl.com/randy-discord, or if you prefer, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. That's where we talk about things, and where you can talk to me, and about like games that we're going to play and stuff like that. And apparently we got Dungeons & Dragons cooking, so... I don't know if I'm going to have... I definitely am not going to have time to make it back to Lohan. Well, remind me next stream, which I believe is Thursday. Because as soon as we get out of here, we're going to save it, and then I got to go. Alright, Albert gets to attack again.
Gust of wind dance!
Oh! The damage, though. I need to get Rose back out.
Go. Crack dance.
Whoa! What the heck? 608? What? Why did that happen? That was so much damage. No kidding. Holy moly. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for coming. If you did not follow or subscribe, please do so. And I already mentioned the Discord link. Apologies about the grumpiness and the technical difficulties. I will have to figure that out soon here. But bummer, bummer, bummer. Thank you, Serdar, for doing the Discord thing again. A lot of fun, though. We ended up warming up. We did okay with Gust of Wind Dance. Pretty good stream considering how rough of a start we had. All right. Have a good one, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.